our video, the PowTOON's how-to basics, and also the overall view of the project. So first thing that you want to do is import a sound. I figured this out the hard way by trying to create my little people over here by inputting this mom, and then, hitting play, and then trying to guesstimate how much time I was going to use. Well, the thing that you really need to do first is import sound. So I have a pre-recorded sound audio that I have used in the past, so I'm going to use it again just to show you this. So this will pop up when you clicked add sound. I'll do that again so I can show you. Over here, here's where you add sound. Click that. And this screen will pop open. And as you can see here, you can add voiceover, which is what I'm going to be adding. You can also add music tracks in the background, and I'll talk about that in a second. So to start off with, you want to import your file. You can create these files using, GarageBand or iTunes or whatever audio that you have pre-made on your computer. I'm not going to show you that technique today, but I'm going to import. And if you click here, here's my my audio. If I scroll down, here's my flip classroom that I'm going to use. And then you can also adjust using this little trigger here to make your voice louder or softer. I've found that in the middle is okay if there's no music on the track as well. If there's music, you might want to bump your sound up a little bit, and then you're going to bump your sound down on your music track in a second, and I'll talk about that. This will show you exactly how long your screencast or your podcast or your presentation will be. If you don't like it, you can always throw it out and get rid of it. So you can actually record your own as well and hit stop. I always import first because I just think it's easier, it's more efficient, but it's up to your discretion. The other thing I'm going to do is import a music track or a sound file. There is a list here, a huge list, of all the sounds that you can actually choose from. You'll see here it says upgrade or add. The ones that are free are the ones that are highlighted in green. The ones that cost money are the ones that say professional or agency. The weird thing that I found, and I have used this in the past, is there's one called Life in Motion, I think is what it's called. Or no, Life is a Journey. There it is. For some reason this works. So if you click on that, it's going to buffer. And there it is. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to put pause again. If I click this, for whatever reason, now it's not going to work, of course. Well, if you click on that, it'll play it once here, or you can loop it there. So I'm just going to click some random green one now. Oh, I'm going to click add. You used to be able to click here, but now you have to click add. So there it is. I've added it. I've added the song, and it's going to loop over my voice. So I'm going to turn the voice up a little bit more, and I'm going to turn down my music a little bit as well. So this song is just going to continue to loop as my voice is playing in the background. If you notice down here it says after clicking apply, we must recommend that you save your project. I'm going to click apply there. Save your project in this upper corner right here. I know that sometimes it's a little bit hard to see, but right there you're going to save it. And now you can reassure that your audio is working. So I'm going to hit play here, and you're going to see how long my audio is.
Government systems, the simple version. After the colonists...
Okay, so as you can see, the first entire slide is just an introduction. So I'm going to click back on that. What I would probably do here is, because I have extra sound on my audio track, add like an introduction, like this is the government systems slide, or introduction to government systems. Here's where the interesting thing comes into play. Down at the bottom, it's going to tell you how many seconds each slide is going to be on there for. You can add seconds to your slide, or you can delete seconds from your slide. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to hit play again.
Government systems, the simple version.
So I've noticed that as watching this, right here, if I slide back this tab again, it's going to say government systems, the simple version.
Government systems, the simple version.
Okay, so if I slide this back here, what I want to do is add a word where that sound is actually coming from. So I'm going to slide this up. Here's all your text effects. I would recommend doing just word by word. So you click on that, and here is word by word, okay? You double click and you can change it. So I'm going to write government systems, the simple version. And however you decide that you want to do this is completely up to you. There's so many awesome fonts. I really like Rainmaker for some reason. I just think it looks really nice. I noticed that sometimes you probably want your font to be a little bit bigger. It's probably too big. Let's do 50. I'm going to make it bold and then hit apply. Okay, so government systems, the simple version. If you want to, you can move this around. You can stretch it that a little bit further like so. There we go. And if you don't like how it looks, you can always double click again and move that down there, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to stretch this back here. This blue bar at the bottom tells you how long your image or your thing will pop up for. So if I want it to just pop up for a few seconds, I can slide this back. If I want it to be up there for the entire time, I'll slide it this way. And you can kind of get a sense of what's going on. If we want this lady here to be here when government systems pops up, we're going to aim this to be right with her. Otherwise, you can have it a little bit sooner. So let's try this again. Slide it back, and you hit play.
Government systems, the simple version.
That's perfect. Okay. And then what it will do is it stops, and you're like, oh gosh, what do I do? I have no idea. Well, what you want to do is you want to add another slide. So you click up here, you're going to add another slide, and if you hit play,
after the colonists drafted and signed the Declaration,
you will see that your audio is not, it didn't disappear, it just is still adding to it. I personally think that the sound is too loud, so I'm going to click on the sound, and I'm going to turn it way, 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 way back. So let's try that again so you can get a sense of what it looks like now that I've saved it. Remember, as soon as you're done with adding the sound, you want to save immediately afterward. It's not like Google Docs where you can just save it. You have to save it almost every time you do something different. So I'm going to hit play again.
Independence. They needed a new type of government.
That audio track is a little bit louder than normal ones, but as you can see, by just me hitting play a little bit louder, the audio is down. I would probably even bump my voice up a little bit as well, but you kind of have to toggle with it. So anyway, this is how you add sound and adjust the sound. You really want to pay attention down here to the timeline. If you have other questions, refer to www.powtoon.com/tutorials.